Hello, welcome to Thyfault Time with me, Brian Thyfault. As you can see, I'm in front of the governor's office at the Illinois Capitol building in Springfield. I'm going to interview Bruce Rauner to see his perspective on being the Illinois state governor. Hey guys, it's Brian. I'm here with Governor Bruce Rauner. What made you decide to be governor?
I decided to run for governor. I was actually recruited to run for governor because I'm very passionate about education. I want to have the best schools in America in every community. And I saw that Illinois was one of the worst states for funding education and supporting our teachers, and I wanted to change that. And the other thing is, I've been a business builder my whole life here in Illinois. And I saw that many businesses were leaving and that we had very high unemployment. And I said, we can change this. We can become more competitive and more attractive for job creators and get better careers for everybody in Illinois. And so I decided, I think I could change this and make it better.
That's awesome. What are you most optimistic about in our state?
Well, we have such wonderful people in Illinois. I was born and raised here. We raised our 6 kids here, and I've lived here my whole life, traveled around the state. We have such great people. And that's all the key, is wonderful, hardworking people who really care and who really give back. We also have an incredible location. We're the center of America. We're the heart of the United States and the transportation network. And incredible city, one of the greatest cities in the world, in the city of Chicago and the metropolitan area there. We've got some of the best agriculture in the world. We're the heart of manufacturing in America. We have everything going for us to be thriving. We should be one of the fastest growing states. If we can change our regulations and some of our taxes that are pushing our employers out and put our money in our schools instead of other things, we will be thriving, and that's what we're trying to change.
What improvements do you want to make to our education system in Illinois?
Oh, that's great. Well, one of the most important things we've got to do is improve our education funding. Illinois state government gives a lower percentage of education funding for K-12 schools than any other state government in America. And this is wrong. This makes us overly rely on local property taxes. That pushes our property taxes up so that they're highest in America. And it puts the biggest disparity between high income districts, what they can put in their schools, versus what lower income communities can put in their schools. And it makes a big disparity, a big gap, and our schools are unequal, and that denies the American dream to too many kids who are from lower income families. So we need to change our education funding formula, put much more money in the whole system, but especially put more into our lower income neighborhoods so they can have great schools too. That's our number one priority.
What do you see as the main issue in regards to improving our state's finances?
Yeah, that's a great question. Unfortunately, Illinois is the most financially troubled state in America. We have the lowest credit rating, we have the biggest unfunded pensions, we have the most debt. Our state has been financially mismanaged for decades and decades. I've looked, I can't find a balanced budget going back 30 years. In Illinois, we always spend more money than we bring in. And this has created, this deficit spending has created massive troubles for our financial condition. What we've got to do is try to reduce the wasteful spending. Instead of spending money on a bureaucracy, put our money in our schools with our teachers so we can have great schools. We also need to grow our economy. One of the reasons we always have deficit spending and we can't cover our expenses is our economy's not growing. And when our economy grows, we get more jobs and our tax base expands. Then we don't have to raise tax rates. We just get more tax revenue because we've got a bigger, more prosperous economy. So that's what we're changing. We've got to reduce the wasteful spending, and we need to grow our economy with more jobs so that we can really have balanced budgets in the future.
What has been your toughest challenge as governor?
Well, it's been many challenges. My joke when I give my talks is when I started this job, I was 6'8" and had a full head of hair. This is really hard. This is a lot of turmoil, a lot of disruptions. We really need to get a balanced budget. And one of the reasons this is so hard is that Illinois and the General Assembly has never had a balanced budget. They don't know how to truly balance a budget. So getting them to change that is taking quite a bit of time. It's frustrating. I'm not very patient, and we should have a balanced budget. We should get that done. And then we should make changes to our system so we can grow more jobs and so we can have the best schools in America and put our money in our schools. I believe one of the most important ways we can improve our system is to change the political process, the political system here. I don't know if you know this or some of your fellow students, before I became governor, 4 out of our prior 9 governors went to prison. And we've got a lot of corruption and cronyism and patronage and a lot of self-dealing. And I've tried to change that, change the ethics in government and really restore good government. I think two of the ways we can do that, number one, we can have term limits on elected officials, so nobody stays in office more than maybe 8 years. They're not locked in making money from their political position. I think that could change the culture. I'm going to term limit myself at 2 terms, no matter what. I think that's the right thing to do. Also, I think we should have redistricting reform, meaning fair maps. Instead of having gerrymandered districts customized to lock in the incumbent so that they can't ever be defeated, let's have districts that just reflect a general population. They're not picked on a partisan basis, so we can have competitive general elections, and Democrats and Republicans are competing on ideas to get votes. That's the right answer to really restore democracy.
What do you think are the opportunities for young people and college students in Illinois?
Oh, great. Well, that's really my reason for running for governor. I want all the young people to have a great future here, a better future than what I had and what my parents and grandparents had. You know, my grandparents were immigrants from Sweden. They came to Illinois more than 100 years ago, and my dad's family came from Germany 150 years ago to Illinois. I believe in people coming to achieve the American dream, and the American dream is based on having a better life from one generation to the next and having young people have a better quality of life than their parents. To do that, we need more jobs and great careers. To do that, we need to invest in our schools so we can have an outstanding education system. And every decision I make, I think about how will this benefit our children and our grandchildren. That's the number one thought I have on everything that we advocate for, and I'm proud we're changing the system and we're going to get a better future for all the young people here.
Thank you, Mr. Governor, for your time. Barrington High School and I appreciate it.
Well, Brian, it's great to visit with you, and I want to give a shout out to everybody at Barrington High School. Go Broncos! Thank you for your interest in the future of Illinois. Thanks for being such great students, and we wish you a great future. We'll see you.
Thanks for watching this episode of Thyfault Time with me, Brian Thyfault. It was a lot of fun to interview the governor. If you want to watch more episodes of Thyfault Time, go to thyfaulttime.com.